Hello guys, I got Xperia E3 for review, although Xperia E4 is already on the market, but I think that this device will be available for some time longer from now, so don't worry. If you're interested in Xperia E3 and comparing it to other devices, check my video review.
Gadget Compare.
This Xperia E3 is fully rubberized, which is actually cool. It feels a little bit soft in hand while holding it, but the problem is that it has thicker edges around the display, so actually it looks like Galaxy A5 that has 5-inch, and this one has 4.5-inch. It's almost as big as bigger display devices. So in pocket, when you'll be walking around in the city or somewhere, you'll feel it in the pocket. It's a little bit heavier, so maybe it's better to wear it in your jacket. The key for unlock here is pretty good, but the volume keys are terrible. They're not bumped up enough and just not good. And what I particularly don't like is when virtual keys are below the screen, when they're part of the screen, although you have space to put them down here, but it's expensive for them to make devices like that. That's why I buy Samsung that has divided keys from the display. Also in the interface they disappear sometimes. It's annoying for me. The display is 4.5-inch. It's an IPS display. Viewing angles are good, but they're not as good as on other IPS displays, so they're solid. Okay, colors are good, sharp, but they look a little bit washed out. But don't get me wrong, this is a lower resolution. This is I think 218 ppi pixel density on 4.5-inch. You don't see pixels on display. It's good enough. Outdoors on direct sunlight, you might have a problem. You have to put the brightness on 100%. It doesn't feature an automatic sensor, I think, for brightness. And even on 100% brightness, you won't maybe see the display as you would prefer it. So you'll have to go somewhere in the shade to run this device. The keyboard has a little bit thicker keys, but it has command point on the first screen, which I like. There are no numbers on top. I have like bigger fingers, so it was an issue for me. I was mistyping sometimes, but I guess a lot of you won't. And in settings, you can put different layouts of the keyboard, so it's a plus. Now the Android operating system looks attractive as on all Xperias. It's the same. I put this 3-flat theme, which is the best for Xperias. If you have Sony Xperia, you should definitely check this theme out, 3-flat, on Google Play Store. All the widgets and everything, the icons, they look okay, but it's not aesthetically as appealing as on Samsung or as on HTC. And this upper dashboard with the notifications and fast settings has a little bit more clicks than on Samsung. It's not as intuitive as I would like it to be. But you know, you'll manage it here. Now the speaker is on the back here. The chipset consists of Snapdragon 400, but for that you should check my other video that I recorded to see how fast this device is. And I'll say that it has a front VGA and back 5-megapixel camera with autofocus and flash, but for that you should also check my camera review of Xperia E3. Cameras are not that good, they're solid, but you'll see for what they are good in my camera review. Also, one thing I have to mention, the biggest disadvantage of Xperia E3 is that it has only 4 GB of internal memory, so you have a limited number of applications that you can install on it. Most games won't fit, so look for some other device with 8 GB of internal memory if you're comparing it only to the 4 GB internal memory devices. Xperia E3 on its outdoor dimensions looks like Galaxy A5. Although A5 has 5-inch display and this one has 4.5-inch display, which is like a Galaxy A3, so it has a little bit thicker edges around the display. but you know, it's a rubberized phone. It's got rubber all around it, so it feels soft. It's nice to hold it in your hand. And if you like the Sony Xperia interface of the Android, if you like those themes, those widgets and everything, if you got used to it, this is a phone for you. Cameras are not particularly good, but it's a solid phone. If you want to compare this on Gadget Compare, you can compare reviews, and you can compare this device with Desire HTC 510, which has actually poorer cameras than this one, but you can compare it to the LG L Bello, LG G3s, which is a bit expensive, and maybe to Galaxy A3. Thank you guys for watching. If you hold up this long, like this video if it helped you in deciding what to buy. Check my review on Gadget Compare to see the ratings that I gave to Xperia E3. Follow us on Instagram, like us on Facebook, and see you next time. Thanks for watching.